and welcome to Baggies View. I'm Paul Bradley and I'm joined on the phone now by West Bromwich Albion correspondent Chris Lipkowski. Hi Chris.
Hi.
Well, in a moment we're going to come on to that Sunderland game away next Saturday. But first of all, let's take a look back at that game against Fulham. What was your verdict on that match?
Well, it wasn't a classic, that's for sure. First half was very drab in every sense. I think Fulham had by far the better opportunities before the break. They had a goal disallowed, which the linesman or lineswoman, as it was, Sean Massey, got absolutely spot on. But they rode their luck a little bit. After the break, they were much improved. The manager tweaked the formation. He tried Mungi starting on the wing in the first half, which didn't really work. He moved him into a more central role alongside Shane Long on during the second half, and it looked a lot better, looked a lot more promising, and they actually finished the game on a relative high. Adam Wingy should have tucked one away early during the second half, and Chris Brunt went very close with virtually the last kick of the game hitting the post with his right foot. So it was encouraging, but they're still nowhere near the levels they were last season following Roy's appointment.
And last week in Baggies View, we talked at length about the formation 4-4-2, 4-5-1. Were there any signs of any change and switching things around, and especially, I suppose, coming up for the Sunderland game as well?
Well, he played with a 4-3-3 against Fulham in the first half before reverting back to more of a 4-4-2. If truth be told, that early formation, with playing through midfield, didn't really work. There is a train of thought which suggests that they were doing so well last year, playing a certain way. Why have they changed it? It's the way Roy is. He prefers playing with two banks of four and two strikers. He wanted to try something different. It didn't work. I suspect he'll persevere with a 4-4-2 for now. He's obviously placed a lot of stock in Adam Wingy and Shane Long firing up soon as a partnership. He's confident that will happen, and I suspect we might see that again this Saturday. And if they play as well as they did in the final half against Fulham, then they give themselves a good chance. And as I pointed out last week, the defeats to Manchester United, Chelsea and Stoke weren't as a result of the formation or how they lined up on the field. It was down to individual mistakes, and they didn't make any last week. And if they can go to Sunderland and keep out the mistakes and maybe catch them on the break, or maybe just perform as well as we know they can, then there's no reason why they can't get a result.
And now looking ahead to the Sunderland game and the other end of the pitch, really, in defence for West Bromwich Albion, how do you see West Brom lining up now that it looks like Tamas will be coming back?
Well, he's saying he's coming back. He is obviously free to play now following his 3-game ban, but I'm not so sure he'll drop McCauley. McCauley did very well last week against Jonas Olsen. He was man of the match, and Roy was really impressed by him. And Craig Dawson didn't really do an awful lot wrong in the game he played at Swansea, albeit it was a bad team performance. Certainly the goals were attributed to anything he did. So Gabriel Tamas has got a lot to do to get himself back in the team. He's technically probably fallen behind McCauley in terms of pecking order, certainly in the immediate future. The manager did say when we were chatting to him yesterday that he was keen to keep faith with Tamas at the start of this season, having seen him play. He knew what he would offer. Now that Tamas has been out of the team and McCauley's had his chance, it'll be a bold decision if he does decide to leave McCauley out, and I suspect Tamas might have to just hold fire for now and be patient.
And just lastly, Chris, your opinion on that game against Sunderland. Just how important is it for West Brom, especially considering that Sunderland are so low on confidence, and how can they go about it, sneaking that away win?
Well, it's a strange one. Sunderland's home form since the turn of 2011 has been dreadful, and that includes a 3-2 defeat to West Brom last season. But they did get a cracking result against Stoke recently, which suggested that they'd maybe turn that corner, but then they went to Norwich on Monday and lost, and all of a sudden people are questioning Steve Bruce, they're questioning the team. It has to be remembered that Sunderland have brought in about 10 players, I think it is, during the summer. Those players are going to take time to gel, and Albion hopefully we'll find Sunderland still in a state of flux, of transition, if you like, and maybe they'll be able to catch them on an off day. But if you would hope that they don't have the kind of afternoon that they had against Stoke a couple of weeks ago when they really did perform well. And I think Albion have got a strong chance of at least getting a draw on Saturday.
Okay, Chris, well, thanks for your thoughts today. We'll be back again next Wednesday with more Baggies View.